If you often feel emotionally drained after spending time around people, you might have wondered if something is wrong with you. Maybe after a long conversation, a social gathering, or even a normal day around others, you feel exhausted in a way that's hard to explain. While some people seem energized by constant interaction, you feel the opposite. Your energy slowly fades, and all you want is quiet space to recharge. Because of that, people sometimes assume you're antisocial, distant, or overly sensitive. But psychology suggests something very different. Feeling emotionally drained around people isn't always a weakness. In many cases, it's connected to deeper psychological traits that make you more aware, more thoughtful, and more emotionally perceptive than most. If this experience sounds familiar, there's a good chance you have these 5 rare traits. The first trait is high emotional awareness. Psychology shows that people who are emotionally aware tend to absorb more information during social interactions. They don't just hear words, they notice tone, body language, and subtle emotional signals. For example, when you're in a group conversation, you might notice when someone is uncomfortable, or when someone is pretending to be okay, or when the mood of the room changes slightly. Your brain is constantly processing emotional information. While others may simply enjoy the conversation, your mind is quietly analyzing the emotional atmosphere around you. Over time, that constant awareness can become mentally tiring. But it also means you're highly emotionally intelligent. You understand feelings, both your own and others, on a deeper level. The second trait is empathy. Research indicates that people with strong empathy often feel the emotions of others more intensely. When someone around you is stressed, sad, or frustrated, you may feel some of that emotional weight yourself. Imagine sitting with a friend who is talking about their problems. While others might listen and move on quickly, you may continue thinking about their situation long after the conversation ends. Your mind tries to understand their experience. You imagine how they feel. This ability to emotionally connect with others is what makes someone compassionate and supportive. But it also means social interactions can require more emotional energy. What feels draining isn't the people themselves, it's the depth of emotional connection you naturally create. The third trait is deep thinking. People who feel drained around others often spend a lot of time reflecting on interactions. Psychology shows that reflective thinkers tend to replay conversations, analyze behavior, and think about meaning behind what was said. You might leave a conversation and later think about it again. Did that person mean something different than what they said? Did I respond in the best way? Was there something deeper going on in that moment? While others move quickly from one interaction to the next, your mind processes each experience more carefully. This deep thinking can feel exhausting sometimes, but it's also the same trait that leads to insight, wisdom, and understanding that others may take years to develop. The fourth trait is sensitivity to social energy. Research in personality psychology suggests that some individuals are naturally more sensitive to stimulation in social environments. Loud rooms, constant conversation, and emotional dynamics can overwhelm the mind over time. It's similar to how some people are more sensitive to bright lights or loud sounds. Your mind simply processes social information more intensely. Because of this, your brain uses more energy during social interactions. That's why quiet time alone can feel incredibly refreshing. It gives your mind the chance to slow down and recover from all the information it has been processing. This sensitivity isn't a flaw. It's a sign that your mind pays attention to details many people overlook. The fifth trait is strong inner reflection. People who often feel drained by social situations tend to have rich inner worlds. Instead of always looking outward for stimulation, your mind naturally turns inward. You reflect on your experiences. You think about ideas, emotions, and personal growth. Psychology suggests that individuals who spend time reflecting internally often develop higher self-awareness and stronger personal insight. In other words, the energy you conserve by stepping away from constant social interaction often gets invested in deeper thinking and self-understanding, and that can become one of your greatest strengths. Now, it's important to understand something. Feeling drained around people doesn't mean you dislike people. It simply means your mind processes social and emotional information more deeply than most. And when your mind processes more information, it naturally needs more time to recharge. That quiet time isn't isolation, it's restoration. It's the moment when your mind organizes everything it has absorbed. So if you sometimes leave a social situation feeling mentally or emotionally tired, try not to see it as a weakness. It may simply mean you are someone who notices more, feels more, and thinks more deeply than the average person. And those qualities often lead to empathy, wisdom, and understanding that others may take years to develop. Your mind just works differently, and sometimes the traits that make you feel overwhelmed in crowded environments are the same